Hello, guys, and welcome to yet another interesting episode of Madrid, my DNA, the home of everything Madridistas, as we discuss you through some very important updates and stories at Real Madrid. Kickstarting with today's agenda, Real Madrid could receive double injury boost in time for Villarreal clash as midfielder Guler Tchouaméni and Arda Guler are set for a possible return to the squad. We are going to be talking you through that on this episode, and shortly after that, we will quickly turn our attention elsewhere as Real Madrid expect this season to be the final season for midfield veteran Luka Modric after over a decade of brilliance at the Santiago Bernabeu. We're also going to be talking you about this episode, so please stay tuned right up to the end. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bell so you do not miss on our next update. It has been a problematic season for Real Madrid, not in terms of on-field results, but the sheer number of injuries and fitness issues that has plagued the squad. But things seem to be letting up for Los Blancos as they recovered Kepa Arrizabalaga last weekend and have Luka Modric back in training ahead of the upcoming Real Betis clash. More and more players are expected to come out of the infirmary in the weeks to come, with Real Madrid expected to receive a double boost next week. Indeed, as per reports from RS, Real Madrid have a good chance of recovering the duo of Guler Tchouaméni and Arda Guler in time for their game against Villarreal before the mid-season break. This is a lot of confidence within the club's staff regarding how swiftly their recoveries are progressing and have therefore drawn up forecasts that they could reappear for the last home game of 2023 on the 17th against Villarreal. But if they are not available at the Bernabeu against the Yellow Submarines, the club will be more cautious and not rush them for the away game versus Deportivo Alaves, the last match before the mid-season break. Indeed, both Guler and Tchouaméni return will then be pushed to the match against Mallorca early January post-Christmas break. As things stand, there is no fixed date set for the other injured players like Eduardo Camavinga, Vinicius Jr., Daniel Carvajal, Eder Militao, and Thibaut Courtois. Even though the Brazilian was back onto the grass of the Valdebebas today, he is unlikely to return potentially until the UEFA Champions League knockout stage. Camavinga and Carvajal could be back in time for the Spanish Super Cup, while Militao and Courtois are only expected to return at the final phases of the campaign. Having discussed and concluded with that, we are going to quickly turn our attention elsewhere, as Real Madrid expect this season to be veteran superstars' last one at the club. For nearly 10 years, Luka Modric has been a permanent fixture in the center of the park at Real Madrid. After enduring a difficult initiation to life in Spain, the former Tottenham Hotspur became synonymous with class and quality, helping the Merengues achieve great levels of success during his tenure. Modric recently crossed the landmark of 500 appearances for Real Madrid and has gone on to win 3 La Liga titles, 5 UEFA Champions League crowns, and various other trophies during his time. But all good things must come to an end, and as per Marca, Real Madrid think this will be Luka Modrić's last season at the Bernabeu. The Croatian international, who turned 38 a couple of months ago, signed a new one-year contract with the club early this year. However, with Carlo Ancelotti relying more on young guns like Jude Bellingham, Federico Valverde, and Eduardo Camavinga this season, Modric's game time has taken a hit. The injuries to Camavinga and Guler Tchouaméni seemed to have opened the doors for Modric, but he too suffered an injury, although he is now expected to return versus Real Betis this weekend. Either way, with his contract expiring at the end of the season, Real Madrid expect Modric to move on even though they trust his quality and courage. In addition, the report adds that Saudi Arabia could end up being Modrić's next destination once he decides to part ways with Real Madrid. The 38-year-old was courting a lot of fitness from the Middle East this past summer itself, and his agent recently teased the possibility of the future move to Saudi. With his contract running out in a little over 6 months, this could well be Modric's swing song at the Santiago Bernabeu. So having talked about that, we have come to the end of this episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. See you next time, and Hala Madrid to us all.